This is the WJTS News. In tonight's news, a new year means new Jasper City Council officials sworn in, and Juanita Boehm is given a key to the city as she retires. Outdoor Christmas lights catch fire in Huntingburg. And the DuBois County Sheriff's Department reports to an accident on the Cinderwood Curve on Monday afternoon. Zach Gruber talks with the DuBois County Humane Society, and we'll look at sports. And Powell has weather, followed by WJTS Inform. Tonight, Nona Baker with the DuBois County Community Foundation highlights a few of the grants given in 2019. All this and more coming up on the 18 WJTS News. Good evening, I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. December 30th was the last day Jasper City offices were open for 2019, and it had a very heartwarming end. With more, here's news correspondent Zach Gruber.
Jasper had its oath of office ceremony at City Hall yesterday, where the city council-elects were officially sworn in to take office in the new year. This included Jasper Mayor Dean Vonderheide, Clerk Treasurer Alan Seifert, District 2 Councilman John Schrader, District 3 Councilman Chad Leakin, District 4 Councilman David Hurst, District 5 Councilman Paul Lorai, District 6 Councilman Kevin Manley, and council members at large Nancy Eckerly and Phil Mundy. It was business as usual, but Mayor Vonderheide decided to put a special spotlight on one Juanita Boehm. This would be Boehm's last swearing in as Clerk Treasurer after serving the city of Jasper for 24 years. Vonderheide and other council members thanked Boehm for her service and for all that she has taught them. Vonderheide graced Boehm with a special certificate to honor the work she put in for the city of Jasper. However, that wasn't all. Boehm also received the key to the city of Jasper. Boehm says that she worked with a wonderful staff.
I worked with Maria in the back for 17 years, and Bernita Hine with 19 years, and Sharon Saylor 20 years. When you work that many years together, and you spend that many hours a day, you can't help but being involved in their personal life. And I would miss them.
From Jasper City Hall, I'm Zach Gruber reporting.
Thanks, Zach. Huntingburg will swear in their new elects on January 1st, 2020 at 1:30 p.m. at Old Town Hall. Hettinger Beverage in Jasper is offering free rides this New Year's Eve. If you plan on drinking alcohol this New Year's Eve, guarantee a safe night with free rides to and from your favorite places. Free rides started at 6 p.m. tonight and will run until 4 a.m. on New Year's Day. Rides will be driven through Redstone. To get a free ride, call 1-800-505-0486, 800-505-0486. Thanks, Hettinger Beverage, for this community service. No residential damage is reported after outdoor holiday lights caught fire at a Huntingburg house yesterday on Monday night. Firefighters responded to reports of a structure fire at the residence of Doris Tretter at 706 Orchard Road around 5:18 on Monday. According to Huntingburg Fire Department Public Information Officer, Fire Investigator, and Department Secretary John Smith, there was no structure fire. Instead, Smith tells us outdoor holiday lights caused shrubbery near the residence to catch on fire. Firefighters used water extinguishers to put out the flames and disconnected the holiday lights. Smith says the house itself was not damaged. 16 firefighters and 3 trucks were on the scene for about 10 minutes. No injuries were reported. An Evansville man was arrested in Jasper yesterday afternoon after striking 2 vehicles on Monday. Just after 1 p.m., Jasper Police Department received multiple 911 calls to report of a man in a gold 2007 Honda who had left the scene of an accident involving 2 other vehicles. The Honda was traveling northbound on Manor Drive and struck 2 parked cars near the intersection of 36th Street. The driver, later identified as 33-year-old Aaron Hancock of Evansville, hit a blue 2010 Toyota Corolla owned by 34-year-old Christina Terry of Jasper and a black 2008 Kia Rio owned by 32-year-old Jerry Lampkin of Jasper. Terry's Corolla suffered a total loss and Lampkin's Rio suffered $1,000 in damages. Hancock then left the scene in an attempt to flee and evade police. A short time later, police received information that Hancock was hiding in the woods close to where the accident occurred. Hancock was located and, after a few demands, complied with officers. Hancock was found to be under the influence of alcohol and tested double the legal limit. Hancock was taken into custody and was charged with leaving the scene of an accident and OWI. A Jasper man was arrested Monday night on OWI charges. Monday night, just after 10 p.m., Jasper police received a call from a concerned citizen stating that a blue 2003 Toyota Corolla was swerving and driving in the wrong lane of traffic. Jasper police officers located the vehicle and found that 33-year-old Eduardo Garcia of Jasper was under the influence of alcohol. Garcia was transported to Memorial Hospital for a chemical test and tested .229. Garcia was taken into custody and lodged in the DuBois County Security Center on charges of OWI and operating without ever being licensed. A French Lick woman suffered minor injuries after a single vehicle crash Monday afternoon near the Cinderwick Curve on State Road 56, just 3 miles east of Hayesville. The DuBois County Sheriff's Office reports 68-year-old Nona Noble was going westbound on State Road 56 near I-75 East when she lost traction, losing control of the vehicle. Noble then went off the north side of the roadway into a ditch, striking a road sign before rolling over and landing in the roadway on the passenger side. Noble complained of pain but refused medical care at the scene. Noble's 2008 Honda Odyssey is a total loss. The road was closed for about 30 minutes while crews cleaned up the accident. A southern Indiana judge has ordered the city of New Albany to release public records sought by 3 residents who sued the city in a bid to force the records release. The judge's December 18th order states that the Ohio River City must provide public documents requested in August by the 3 Floyd County residents or be fined $50 per day. Indiana's public access counselor found in October that New Albany had violated Indiana's public records law. The 3 plaintiffs sued the city in August over its failure to respond to their request for records from the city's attorney, controller, and parks director. Indiana State University's Dreiser Hall in Terre Haute is getting an $18 million renovation thanks to funding. These major renovations will replace most of the 70-year-old building's infrastructure. The state's budget committee recently approved the release of these renovation funds after state lawmakers approved the funding during their last session. This project will improve the building's HVAC and plumbing systems, its fire suppression system, and electrical needs, and bring it into compliance with the American Disabilities Act. Reports say that the work on the project should begin around June 1st and will take about 16 months to complete. Dreiser Hall was built in 1950. The Indianapolis utility that operates a large southwestern Indiana power plant is planning to retire 2 of the station's 4 coal-fired units by 2023. Indianapolis Power and Light Company officials outlined their plans for the Petersburg Generating Station as part of a 20-year power generation strategy plan. All electric utilities are required to file this every 3 years. The Indianapolis Business Journal reports that this massive station has long run afoul of environment regulations. It racked up more than a dozen environmental violations in the past 5 years for pollution emissions. A report has found that funding for the Indiana agency that oversees hazardous spills and the safety of water and air has been decreasing over the last decade. The Environmental Integrity Project's report also concludes that the $35 million loss in funding for the Indiana Department of Environmental Management happened even as the state government's spending budget increased. Tim Maloney, Senior Policy Director for the Hoosier Environmental Council, says the state's economy may be negatively affected if environmental issues go unaddressed. That has been a look at your local news. Stay tuned. Zach Gruber pays his weekly visit to the DuBois County Humane Society. Then it's your local outlook and 18 WJTS weather forecast with Ann Powell coming up on WJTS. Local people watching local people.